Welcome back to Harvest 2024.
Comes back here just to eat my party pack size of chips.
I just want two.
Yeah, right. Those are like, we always wave stupid at each other. Every one of us on the crew come up with a new wave every time. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's dramatic. I'm ready, but I have no idea what we're doing. I need the Swede. Where's the Swede?
We're just out here getting it done.
Do you need to seek medical attention?
I think so.
I might lose my temper.
What's a prostate?
You'll find out.
Forward! That didn't take much.
Larson?
You never know what we're gonna get into, right, Dougal? You're in the rhubarb! I'm having fun. Morning! This is what you get when you don't sleep good. Got up before everyone else, so I thought I may as well just get out here and put some fuel in things. Kind of lonely out at this time of the day, I'm not gonna lie. Not often do we use that thing. Sure is nice. So welcome back to 2024 corn harvest. We are currently sitting in the possibly, but how about hopefully, so that's the last one, worst yielding cornfield that we've been in so far. So we're gonna see how today goes. We got the headlands off and combined to 40 out of 160 acres. So we're gonna find what the actual field yield ends up being when half of it's replanted. But first we gotta fuel and grease and, you know, all the fun things. Well, good morning. Here we go again. Another day. Getting closer to done.
Oh, I tell you, I have never had a fall like this with the corn. I maybe said that before. Corn in such a vast amount of differentness. How about those for words? It has been from 15 to 20 in the same field. Very, very difficult. Update, we are getting close to finishing, maybe another 4 days if everything goes good. And the big grain bins, we've got most of the grain bins. We are working on finishing up the newest bin. I think I'll be able to dry in there all day long today, and then we will have to switch to one of our gravity fill bins. Once again, I always try to fill all of our bins that have roof augers. So that would be roof auger, roof auger, roof auger, roof auger, gravity flow to all of them. I fill up the roof auger ones first in case of tremendous problems that we would have to hire a crane to come and take something down and repair it. But so far, all these years, we have never had an issue with the double run pumps. My theory is, I believe, correct by doing that, but yet has not been an issue, so I don't know, which is good. It's about the only thing that hasn't come off the hinges. So we'll see what today all brings, and take it as it comes.
This takes a while when you're by yourself. It is peaceful though. I really am enjoying myself out here. So I see our Pro Force is heading. Which direction is he gonna go? He's turning this way. I don't know where he's going. Apparently he's coming in here. Tightening these chains. That one's good for some reason. But this one was on the looser side, not terrible. I check these not every day, every 50 hours. So the 50-hour service went off. That means greasing. It tells you a diagram here. There's a bunch of 400-hour grease circs, but is like once a season, like before the season, and that's it till winter service. And then 50-hour grease circs axle, some fan drive stuff here. And then chains, check that one. That one's good. I tighten the unload auger, lube that. And then I checked both these chains. Makes a nice mess, but better than flying off, which I have had happen, even though I have been maintaining this. I don't really still understand why that had to happen, but it did. This morning's bringing back a lot of memories for me. Me personally, you guys don't know anything about it, but back before we had 790s, before we ran 2 corn combines, I was maybe, I don't know, 10, 11 years ago, I did this a lot. Come out here, service them all up. Randy used to run the combine. We only ran 1. So that thing ran from 7 a.m. until like 10:30 at night every single day. Trying to get 140 acres a day done was our goal. It was difficult with 1 combine or a 9870. It was difficult to grind that much out. If it's rolling at 7, you're out there servicing stuff at 6 a.m., at least 6. And that was my job. I enjoyed it. It was peaceful. It was peaceful. Just like this morning. So peaceful. It's taking a lot longer than I expected. That seems loose too, I suppose. I got the party pack again. Look at the size of that.
You gonna share? I'll take half.
Nope. Nope, you're late. They're mine.
I don't need it.
Okay, I think we're ready. I did find 1 random bolt on your combine that I'm hoping is from the engine replacement. I don't know, it was a big bolt up on top of the rotor area. Like,
oh, good.
Would have rattled down from motor area. So either something's about to let loose or it's been there the whole season. I did, but I mean, where do you start? Where do you stop? They're everywhere. I didn't see anything. The motor ain't gonna leave yet. While I was greasing heads, I found a broken chopper knife on the head, so replace that. Overall, I think we're greased up, fueled up, and I think we're raring to go. Anyways, I am. I don't know about the rest of the crew, but that woke me up. I'm sick of this advertisement. 18 times a day I gotta listen to that.
4 full trucks leaving the field from last night. Carts are empty. Pro Force has already spread 60 acres this morning. Combines are moving. I think we got 1,300 acres left. It's Tuesday. Let's whoop them out. And it's acting up again. It doesn't think I'm in the seat. We do have another pressure sensor at the farm. This is yep, see there it went, disappeared. Now it shows the gears. So I don't know if you guys have experienced that. We do have the replacement sensor that I am sitting on that is supposed to pick up my weight, but since it's such an intermittent issue, haven't replaced it and haven't looked into it a whole lot. It was acting up quite a bit earlier this corn harvest, but yesterday it didn't do it once. Today it's already done it once, so who knows what to expect with that. But it's really annoying beep when it does happen.
Last little strip on this 80. I had to get out of his way so that we don't smash our Daring Hoffs. And then we got a 40 to do, and then this field is done. So far we're up to 164 field average, which is better than 152 when we started this morning. So it is slowly getting better. Still not amazing, but slowly getting better. We wrapped it up. We're offloading. We're heading down to do a little share crop field, so that's gonna go to town, but it's only 20 acres. So we're gonna empty off. This is some interesting data here. I'll show you here in a bit as soon as I get done being distracted. What we got here is, this is the replant variety. There was 74 acres of it. There was the original planted stuff. Now the whole field was planted in that, but after it all drowned it out, 84 acres of it. dry yield average of the original planted stuff and then of the replant right there. Moisture is a little higher on the replant than the original planted stuff, but totally worth replanting this field. Obviously there wouldn't have been much without. But let's see, total field average was 165, so came in line, I guess, overall with some of the other fields that we have. It didn't fall flat on its face like I thought when we first pulled in. I thought, oh my gosh, this is gonna be really ugly, but it slowly worked its way up there. Both the replant and the original planted stuff, there was 200 bushel areas, but obviously then there was really bad areas, so pleasantly surprised with that. We've got the share crop field to do. I think on the chopping block is 2 more fields that are very similar to this to do that have a lot of replant in. It was just that time frame when they got planted and then the rain fell on them 3 days after that, and the germination period killed it. That's where timing is very important when seeding, that big rainfalls don't happen right afterwards. That can affect the yield massively, or your stand, which then affects yield.
I've got the dryers set, as of now anyway, until the edge of the new field comes and screws it all up, or until the edge of the new field is gonna be combined, and that'll mess it all up because the outside edges seem to be, seem to be a little bit drier. More wind gets at them, so then the corn dries down. A couple of percent less moisture on the outside edges of the field, and then as you get inside, the moisture goes up again. So I'm gonna run this fertilizer tender out to the field and then bring the service truck home and refuel it and get that ready for tomorrow morning. Well, I made it to the field. We're gonna load up the Pro Force and get it ready for Eric so that can be as efficient as we can. And look at all of this stuff here. What's going on, Eric? Oh, we got to do a little plugging, unplugging, I guess. That's what those holes are for, you know. Give her the rod treatment. I was wondering why it smelled so rank out there. Well, it looks like the county's been mowing the road ditch, and well, there's pieces of a raccoon up on the gravel, so they must have got into him down in the ditch, and parts of them flew out into the road. I thought we had a big mouse nest in the 450 quad radiator area or something, but glad to see it's part of the road and not part of the tractor. Going home to fuel up the Thunder Creek and get it ready for tomorrow.
What are you doing in my cab?
It smells like chili.
I was eating chili just moments ago. And it could be these.
Could be them.
Sweet chilies.
chili?
Yeah. Since we did that little 20-acre share crop field, we're waiting for the trucks to get back from town, and we are filled up and can't dump on the cart till that field goes to town and gets weighed. So we're waiting for a truck to get back. Then we can fill the grain cart. Comes back here just to eat my party pack size of chips.
I just want 2.
Yeah, right. Those are like, it's an addiction. You get going on those, and pretty soon half the bag's gone.
It's Chris.
Yeah, that addiction came from Chris, and these don't have dairy in them.
Oh, contains milk.
Does not. Does not. It's like the only Dorito that don't have milk in it. Okay, nap time then. So Brody and I had just powered our combines down, and Big Sweet comes swooping in for some more grain. He was spreading fertilizer on that last 160-acre field we finished this morning. Well, we did that 20-acre field just recently. He spread the whole field and is now caught up on fertilizer, which is good. But that brings up an interesting fact of we have a lot of fertilizer out there that didn't get used, let's just say that. So hopefully we built a little bit of fertility this year on most fields, because odds are the P&K should stay around. Hopefully it don't get all bound up in the soil, but we spread enough fertilizer to raise 200 plus bushel corn this year, and a lot of the fields are not coming in with those type of yields. So we maybe are building a little bit of fertility in the nice cheap prices that fertilizer are in right now. Not really too excited about that, but it's over, it's done, and we're spreading fertilizer for hopefully a successful year next year. We always wave stupid at each other. Every one of us on the crew come up with a new wave every time. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's dramatic.
Honestly, it's like...
Should I give you a hug or a kiss?
Always a good surprise. Definitely the second one, please.
Wow.
Lonely out here this
Wow.
fall.
Wow. Yeah, it's the braces for me.
If you had some, we could intertwine. I think it's from Amy. I'm not sure.
Wow.
So thank you, Amy, if it's from you.
Yes, it is from Mom. She called me. Should I get some Dairy Queen for everyone, or is everyone good? And Brody was on the phone with her too. Amy, I'll take 40.
I figured.
Yeah. So I suppose that's on the farm card.
It better be.
Your farm card.
No. Mine's maxed out. I actually did just get an email about that. I guess I forgot to pay it last month, so a little bit of a service fee. Always nice.
Let that, yeah.
Not even spending money. Like when I went in and got gas on Sunday night, it was the first time like using my wallet in about 6 weeks. So
yeah, you know, if me and you would actually get paid, we'd really make a lot of money and not spend much this month.
If only there was someone I could talk to about, oh yeah, you're right here.
All right. I've been waiting for this. Oh no! Gotta dig deep into the archives here. We're going for the lunch pail. A little Pepsi action. That's where the Dr. Pepper went. Oh, I never even finished it. Wasteful. Okay, we're going for a cold Pepsi. Got the Dairy Queen. We got a little bit of cab corn happening. Look at that leaf. Fire up. Gets rid of a little cab corn. It's become another windy sucker out again today. Unbelievable. And off to the next one. Randy asked me if I wanted to go to another field similar to this with the replant and all that. And I'm like, well, it is almost dark and it's kind of hard to tell. He's like, yeah, I remember from my days, those days get long when you're combining stuff like that. So how about we go to the nice half section? I'm like, sounds great. So we're off to a half section that should be standing beautiful and should be square and hopefully minimal or no replant. Minimal. We're gonna go with minimal because I think about every field's been replanted in. Well, that's it. We did 95 acres on a half section, which everything went flawless and perfect, so it was pretty boring for you guys. Excellent fun for me and Brody. We're gonna fuel up here and we're gonna call it a day. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and please stop in the next Larson Farms video. We truly appreciate it. And check out our merch in the link in the description. It's always there. We got some new releases and we would appreciate you checking it out. We're not that far away once again from the Christmas season, so get your orders in early. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Coming up on Larson Farms.
This is Air Force One's last day, probably. That was planted this spring. Well, Sam's wife's upset, so he's got to go home.
That's not true.
They must think they're really funny. Every hazard light on, making fun of me.